welcome to my channel, Lionheart Dreamweaving. My name is Matthew, and today I have for you a shamanic stories style tarot card reading, where I will go through this narrative in a kind of linear timeline and weave a plot and a story out of it for you here. And yeah, so this is channeled for the energy of Gemini, but it can resonate for just about anybody because we all have a little bit of everything of the zodiac within us. We are all made that way. So if the story resonates with you, that's what's more important than the zodiac sign, I'll say. So without any further delay, I will just jump straight into explaining what I'm seeing for you here. This is, quite interesting for me here. So you have here this from the Dreams of Gaia tarot. This is the overall energy, which is kind of giving a context for the rest of the story to unfold. And this is the Three of Water. Okay, and it's a bit comparable to the Three of Cups in traditional tarot, and it's talking about celebration, celebrating your accomplishments, celebrating your successes. I mean, even just celebrating being alive. Yeah, just like, why not, like, it's just about the enjoyment side of life, the allowing yourself to feel genuine enjoyment and because sometimes it's actually like we become our own biggest blocks to our own joy and our own pleasure, and it's a bit unintentional, of course, but it's just like life can wear down on you over time, and it can, in a way, it can block that appreciation and enjoyment of life, and especially when you have responsibilities and pressure and stress and work and everything, and all that comes with the adult world. We can start to lose a bit of touch with the part of life which is more lighthearted and just completely about enjoyment and pleasure and celebration, And so then going right into the storyline here to get some more details, we have first here comparison and the mind. Okay, so these I'm seeing like coming together like a pair here. And the first thought that came to me when I saw these pop out was, in this context, is comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. So like we kind of we set ourselves up with these expectations of certain amount of, like, I guess, productivity or performance, or that our life should look a certain way, right? Because this other person here is living their life in this way and their life looks like this. But the message that comes in this card here is, like in nature, in the plant kingdom, for example, there's a huge amount of variety and a huge amount of different qualities and traits and lifestyles, styles of growth and development and evolution. And they're all, in the grand scheme of life, in the grand scheme of Mother Nature, they're all necessary, they're all important, they all play some type of role. But and the message that comes with this card is like, do you think that the oak tree, who's big and tall and strong, compares itself to the bamboo, or the bamboo compares itself to the oak, and the bamboo is like hollow and thin, and do you think it gets jealous of the oak tree? Right? It sounds a bit absurd even to think of it like that, But humans, we do this to ourselves and to each other all the time. It's so deeply ingrained in us, um, to compare ourselves and compare our accomplishments and our successes with others. And when you get into that mindset, it can be really stifling, and it can rob you of this ability to enjoy yourself and your life and your own successes and what you are good at. Maybe it's not, because there's always going to be someone who can do something on a bigger, grander scale, or like perform in a better way or have more productivity than you. But if you get caught up mm, in that, then like in comparing yourself to that and striving to do and be what someone else is doing and being, you're just you're just robbing your own self of that enjoyment. And this is coming, it's like something, it's not your fault even. It's like something that's so deeply conditioned into us from our society. Like it's yeah, it's like a mental programming almost that we have in us. And yeah. So then we have here, going on to this next line. Down here we have harmony and we are the world. So this is 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, which is which is like really wow energy in tarot. Like to get those two cards in combination is like what many people would feel and experience as like dream come true, or you know what I mean, or like reaching a peak or a pinnacle of their success, and materially and also emotionally, and feeling that fulfillment and the joy of that, right? And they're both tens, and they're both like the end of a cycle here. So it's like a culmination point. So the energy I'm sensing here, actually you have 3 tens, 10, 10, 10. So you've really come here to a culmination point, and life is wanting you to take a step back and like breathe with it, and like look at what you've come to and what you've accomplished, and enjoy it and celebrate it. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your achievements, no matter how large or small they are. For you, it's a culmination, and it's leading to an evolution, to a next step. But there's something I'm getting with this integration card, something a little bit out of balance here. Like I'm getting this also now a message like, what's that saying? I don't even remember. This is such an old line, but it's coming through like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Have you ever heard that before? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I'm getting that there's a little bit something out of balance here with and you have so many swords cards, so many mental energy cards. So I think it's actually coming through of your own mindset, like something about the way that you are thinking about yourself and your situation, which is actually knocking your whole life out of balance and causing you to feel inadequate, or feel like overworked, or potentially actually to feel guilty for taking a break, or for resting, or for like spending a little bit of money on yourself to celebrate something. Like there's a kind of sense of, if you ever like let yourself indulge in that side of life, that there's a kind of a guilt or something that's coming along with that here for you, which is very sad. I'm sorry to, because you deserve to enjoy life. Like really, like why like what? It's not the only reason we're alive, but like while we are alive, we should make the most of that facet of it, right? Like, and keep it in balance with the work and the responsibility and everything else. But like, it seems I'm getting the sense you're tipped more in the towards the side of denying yourself those pleasures and enjoyments in your life. And I think it can, like, there's a message here coming now, the next one with the politics card, and also like I was saying, like the conditioning that comes from our society. So like who is it really benefiting to be hyper productive? I mean, um, if I guess if you're an entrepreneur, you're more so directly benefiting yourself with all your hard work. So that does make sense. But if that is your situation, but for many people, most people, they're working for someone else, and someone else is taking a large portion of the profits of all of the work that you do. So, and because that's how the entire society has been constructed, we've kind of developed these cultures of overwork, and it's to an exploitative degree. Like, this kind of energy is coming through a bit like exploitative, and that there's somebody else's benefit in getting you to feel a bit guilty about ever taking time for the more like lighthearted sides of life, for just enjoying life, for relaxing, for taking it easy, for celebrating, for any of that. And there's a kind of benefit towards the little shadowy ruling class there that's kind of siphons off a lot of the wealth and value of the workforce by these kind of mentalities. So like there's been a deep conditioning that these are our values, like hard work and productivity and rah rah rah, like grind, the grind, like glorifying the grind. But it's not even benefiting you. And then at the same time, mm, and then you are it's blocking also the what can really like recharge your batteries, you know what I mean, to keep yourself in a healthier state and to bring balance and restoration back into your life. Okay, so um mm, but oh yeah, like I was saying, if you are an entrepreneur, this still does apply to you, even if you are the one like taking directly the profits of your own work. You still need to. It's still just as important, if not more so, because you're the sole person in charge of yourself, to allow yourself to uh, enjoy the fruits of your labors, right? Like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So, yeah. So I'm getting that you're coming to this. It's this culmination point, and then here on the end you have the letting go. So that's when it all kind of climaxes, and maybe it's even while you're watching this reading, or maybe you've recently had this realization, or it's coming to you soon. But like you everything I'm talking about now, if you've made it this far through the reading and it's resonating with you, then you're having that realization about the imbalance and the comparison being the thief of joy and the overwork. And excuse me, I'm sorry, energy clearing. So you're letting that go, you're releasing that. Whew. And yeah, I mean, congratulations for that, and like really just like allow yourself to take a break when you reach these points of culmination and success, and to celebrate and enjoy that, like how far you've come and all that you've done and what you've made of yourself and with your life and with your efforts, um, and like allow yourself to go less from the action side and more into the side of just being, and just like relaxing and integrating and enjoying before you get back to going on your grind again. Or find a way that, however, work it into the details of your life, of course, like and your practical circumstances, but to at least like bring a bit more of, however it works for you, to bring a bit more balance into that. And a lot of that process is actually to just simply removing the mental blocks, letting go of those old belief systems and those value systems which shame you and make you feel shamed and guilty and stuff for not being some robotic, super productive something, you know what I mean? Because that's not even, those value systems are just inherited and from a scheme of social control, which is not even benefiting directly the people who are being controlled. So, yeah. I think that is all for the main storyline that I'm seeing here. But as a little bonus, before I end the reading, I would like to pull an extra card for you from a new deck that I have gotten, which is this rare out of print Osho Zen Oracle deck. That's what I'm calling it. That's not what the official title was, but it's more like an Oracle deck. So I'm going to pull one of these for you, and then there's a Zen parable which is attached to each card. So I'm going to read you the Zen parable, and perhaps we'll see does it relate directly with this message that we've gotten channeled for you here. So let's see. Zen parable for Gemini group. This one. Conscience. Okay, really interesting here. Can I put it? Where should I put it? I guess. I don't know where. I'll put it right in the center. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read the story here from the source material directly. So, okay, conscience. It says, now is the time to open up, to stop being a miser, to give the best that you can and the best that you have, to give out of the abundance of your love, of your heart. Remember Mary Magdalene? She seemed to me the only true follower of Jesus. Her authenticity was immense. One day, she came and poured very, very valuable perfume on Jesus' feet. Judas was there, and he didn't miss the opportunity. He said, look what you should have prevented her. This is wastage. That oil was so valuable. It could have been sold. People are starving, and this perfume is so costly. Why waste it? It looks illogical. But what does Jesus say? What Jesus says is very illogical. He says, the poor will always be there. When I am gone, you can take care of them. You don't understand the heart of this woman. Let her pour the perfume. Costly, not costly, that is irrelevant. I can see a great feeling arising in her heart. This is a prayer. I cannot disturb her prayer. Jesus understood that Mary Magdalene had a beauty of the heart. It is not the perfume that Jesus is looking at. He was looking at the heart of a woman. Okay. That's an interesting little bonus message there. So, yeah, so I think it's I want to tie it in to say that there's more value to life than just what can be calculated, what can be logically surmised in a kind of utilitarian philosophical format of, we can save 10 people with this, whatever, with the money from this thing. So the point being that there's more going on to life than just simply the logic and the utilitarian calculations of things. And there's really an immense value in what is really, really true for your heart and what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart feel this prayerful connection with the divine, what really brings you joy and bliss and peace and all of these feelings. So there's I might just have to let that one sit with you and see if you digest it. But because like they were saying in the text, it's really not rational. But there's something like very beautiful and powerful and magical about um, a really true expression of the heart. You know what I mean? Um, and to not allow the judgmental voices of others to block that, right? So if you want to do something for yourself, you want to spend some money on yourself, or you want to like take a time off or whatever, if that's what will make your heart happier, I mean, like, go for it, you know, like that, because that's if it feeds your heart and soul, like I guess heart is important, but I mean even deeper, like if it's feeding your soul, if it's nourishing your soul to do this, like that's kind of what we're here to do beyond the day-to-day like facts of our material reality, like the part of us which is anyway temporal and uh finite, and it ends anyway. So but the part of us which is eternal, like feeding that part of ourselves, is really the blessing here the best blessing you could give to yourself in this moment. And yeah, so this the word here, conscience, that kind of for me ties it all the way back to the beginning, what we were saying about comparison being the thief of joy, and like this kind of programming that like the tells you, like it's kind of wants to boss you around a little bit about like what is right and what is wrong. This kind of like more moral programming, which is not even necessarily benefiting your soul. You know, it's actually benefiting just a power structure, which is like parasitic and blah. So, okay. Now, I think that is all for these messages for you here today. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video and made it this far, please click the like button. It really helps my channel. And I always love to read your comments. If you would like to share anything in the comment section, that would be great. And we'll be in touch. And yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.